Good afternoon and welcome back to the Great Texas Air Show. I'm Master Sergeant Caitlin Jones-Martin here with you, and we are filling up with capacity right now. So if you are not already headed here, and the traffic is just crazy, I would not try to get here at this point because you will end up sitting in traffic longer than you would actually spending time at the air show. So we hope that you're already here or almost here so that you can take in all of our amazing performances that are going on. We just saw the F-35A Lightning II demo team along with the Heritage flight out of Air Combat Command. And next up for you today is the C-17 Globemaster III West Coast demonstration team. The C-17 is the newest, most flexible cargo aircraft to enter the airlift force, and it's capable of rapid strategic delivery of troops and all types of cargo to main operating bases or directly to forward bases in the deployment area. It's a favorite of troops and air show fans worldwide, and it's going to be taking off here from Randolph in just a few moments. If you want to see what's up still for the rest of the day, you can log on to our website, greattexasairshow.com. That also has all of the information you need for our entry procedures as well, all of our prohibited items. Like I said, it is filling up here at the Great Texas Air Show, so we ask that you're just patient with the traffic as you're waiting to get into one of our three entrances. Loop 1604 and Lower Seguin Road is one. We also have an entrance for the public off of FM 1518 and one from FM 78. Now, I do want to give you a little bit of a pro tip when it comes to the air show. When you come in, there's two separate areas. So one is going to be where we have over 60 static displays, so you're going to get to see those historic legacy aircrafts like the P-51, the C-47. We also have some of the more modern aircraft in our arsenal. The F-16, the F-15, the F-22 are all out there on our ramp, so you can take those, you can get up close and personal with those static displays. But then as you make your way, you're going to pass by a bunch of our vendors, and you're going to make your way over to what we call Show Center. You kind of go through a large field where a bunch of people have stopped to watch the show because it's a really great vantage point. Here's my pro tip for you though. If you keep walking and you walk towards where the Thunderbirds are set up here at Show Center, and you walk just a little bit farther down the runway, you're actually still going to be in a great vantage point to watch all of our aerial acts here at the Great Texas Air Show, but you'll have shade, which is not what any of the people in the field behind me have. So it's a great way to get yourself a seat and some shade. So we are going to head over to the C-17 act. We are going to see the C-17 Globemaster III West Coast demo team performing for us live in the skies of South Texas right here at the Great Texas Air Show. So we'll go over to the narrator for more. Hopefully I gave them enough.
joined on stage by Lieutenant Jared Hall of the West Coast Demonstration Team. Lieutenant Hall, welcome aboard, and the mic's all yours, sir.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure to describe for you today's flight demonstration by America's newest airlifter, the Boeing C-17 Globemaster III. As the flight crew finishes their final checks, let's watch as they line up. In just a few moments, this West Coast C-17 demonstration team will be performing a maximum effort takeoff. This maneuver will have the giant aircraft at an altitude of 1,000 feet, well before the departure end of the runway. Let's watch as the C-17 takes to the skies here for the West Great Texas Airshow. The crew for today's demonstration is Major Doc Schumacher, Major James Shue, and Captain Chris Rollon. Loadmaster Technical Sergeant Chelsea DeMarco. They are all based out of Joint Base Lewis McChord in Washington State. This highly experienced crew has a combined total of over 11,000 flight hours, with 11 deployments in support of combat and humanitarian missions around the world. The C-17, affectionately known as the Moose, was most recently responsible for evacuating the majority of the 120,000 evacuees from Afghanistan during Operation Allies Refuge. In addition to their combat deployments, this crew has a combined total of 3 deployments to Antarctica, including airdrops at the South Pole in support of the National Science Foundation's Antarctic mission. The crew chiefs supporting this demonstration are Technical Sergeant Brian Reen, Senior Airman Kyler Eskridge, and Senior Airman Cole Barnett. The crew is now maneuvering for their first pass at Show Center. While they prepare for their high-speed pass, I'd like to share a few facts with you about the aircraft. The C-17 made its first flight in September of 1991. Since then, the aircraft has set over 30 world records, including payload to altitude, time to climb, and the longest airdrop mission in history. The new age design includes a modernized, computerized glass cockpit, heads-up displays at both pilot stations, and an advanced cargo handling system, allowing the C-17 to operate with a crew half the size of similar cargo aircraft. The crew will now perform a high-speed pass, with the aircraft capable of accelerating to over 350 miles per hour. This pass demonstrates the extremely powerful engines of this magnificent jet. Ladies and gentlemen, approaching from your left, please notice how quiet the C-17 is while passing by Show Center. This gives the operators a tactical advantage while flying low over hostile territory and allows for more suitable operations at airfields near heavily populated cities. This reliable airlifter combines the intercontinental cargo carrying capabilities of large aircraft, such as the C-5 Galaxy, with the short field landing potential of the much smaller C-130 Hercules. The C-17 is powered by 4 Pratt & Whitney F-117 engines. These are the same engines used on the Boeing 757. Each engine delivers over 40,000 pounds of thrust, These powerful yet efficient engines allow the Globemaster III to carry over 170,000 pounds of cargo for an astounding range of up to 2,400 nautical miles non-stop, or for a virtually unlimited range when utilizing its air-to-air refueling capabilities. Now approaching from your right, the aircraft will perform a slow speed pass. During the pass, please notice the wing leading edge slats and the large powered lift wing flaps. These devices change the shape of the wing and are key to the C-17's low final approach speed, enabling this aircraft to land and stop in very short distances. Now, ladies and gentlemen, get your cameras ready, as this will be your best opportunity to take photos of this amazing state-of-the-art machine. The C-17 will now maneuver for a circle over the airfield, showing its ability to fly at slow speeds and demonstrating its advanced aerodynamics in action. The aircraft uses a quadruple redundant fly-by-wire system for the operation of its flight controls. This is combined with 4 separate flight control computers, each capable of controlling the entire system independently. The system is designed to optimize the capabilities of the C-17 while maintaining enough redundancy to protect against a wide variety of failure conditions. In addition, the aircraft can be flown in an entirely mechanical backup mode, further safeguarding against abnormal situations. As the aircraft approaches from your left, please notice the upturned wingtips called winglets. These winglets decrease aerodynamic drag and increase fuel economy. To give you a better idea of the aircraft's overall size, the winglets are nearly 9 feet tall. Ladies and gentlemen, in case you're wondering how big the C-17 is, the wingspan is roughly 170 feet. The tail is over 5 stories tall, and fully loaded, it weighs over 290 tons. As you can see, the C-17 is extremely maneuverable at both high and low speeds, giving it the capability to operate in any tactical situation. This aircraft can fly anywhere in the world, non-stop, using its air-to-air refueling capability. Air Force personnel routinely fly 24-hour missions with a single crew. The most basic crew complement required to operate a C-17 is merely 2 pilots and 1 loadmaster. The C-17's heavy-duty landing gear allow it to land on surfaces such as sand, dirt, and even ice. As a result, C-17s have landed in over 180 countries across every continent in the world since production began. All current C-17 Air Force crews are trained on the use of night vision goggles, allowing them to operate while in unlit, austere locations around the globe. This aircraft was designed with maintenance support personnel in mind, so it takes less time and fewer people to keep it flying. The major system components are located at eye level and have easy open panels, making the aircraft very simple to maintain. In addition, the aircraft has multiple backup systems, which increase overall reliability rates. The stellar design of the C-17 fleet allows for continuous operations throughout the world in various environments. As the crew makes their final approach, the aircraft will be flying at just under 120 miles per hour. This simulates an arrival to a short airstrip in a forward operating environment. The C-17's short field landing capability allows it to operate at over 6,000 more airfields worldwide than a commercial wide-body aircraft. Now the crew will demonstrate the very short landing distance of this steadfast airlifter, using just over 1,000 feet of runway to bring the aircraft to a stop. The C-17 is currently demonstrating the ability to back under its own power, which gives it increased maneuverability while offloading cargo and the capability to operate at smaller, unsupported airfields. In the troop door, Loadmaster Technical Sergeant Chelsea DeMarco guides this magnificent aircraft back. All the maneuvers you have seen here today are examples of those flown by our operational air crews on a regular basis, as they provide the highly responsive and flexible airlift capability for America. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's demonstration. On behalf of the men and women of the United States Air Force, Air Mobility Command, and Joint Base Lewis McChord, we thank you for being with us today. And we hope you enjoyed this brief look at the C-17 Globemaster III, the United States Air Force's core airlifter and workhorse, which will continue to provide rapid global mobility for America today, tomorrow, and well into the 21st century.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's